So what are the top 10 vegan essentials that you need in your food cupboard? Today we're going to tell you.
What you need.
Cheers, Vin.
Cheers.
We're on the wine. It could all go horribly wrong, which it probably will.
I'm much happier now. When you supply coffee, it's a bit meh.
It's a bit average, isn't it?
Wine.
Average, smaverage. So today we're going to talk about the top 10 vegan essentials that you need in your food cupboard if you're new to veganism. And I think even if you're not new to veganism, this might hopefully help some people give some ideas.
And there'll be some things that you probably won't have heard of, and I probably won't have heard of. Or used. 2020 I was going to start with. This is non-vegan related. But I got a post the other day saying don't forget, when you write the date on anything, particularly documents, don't forget to put 2020 in full. Because if you just put 20, someone can add any year after it. If you put 20, someone can put 2027 on it.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Good.
I hadn't even thought of that.
That's a top tip.
Yeah, it's a top tip.
Whether you're vegan or not.
Yeah. Okay, number 10. Not that it's not important, because it is, but I would say nuts. Oh, you were going to choose nuts, weren't you?
Old hazelnuts. Why nuts then, Phil?
Because they're so versatile, because you can use them in recipes. But you can also use them as a cheese. Have you ever done Brazil nut Parmesan?
No.
Oh my God, where have you been living? Under a rock. But you put Brazils in a blender.
Yeah.
And then you scatter them on a baking tray.
Yeah.
And you add lemon juice and nutritional yeast. And it comes out like...
That's all
powder. Like, it comes out like cheese. Powdered cheese.
Wow.
It's really good. So I would say nuts because they're really versatile, and obviously you've got your protein and your vitamins in there as well. Because is it magnesium nuts are really high in?
Can I add to the nut thing?
Yeah.
Also, it's great for texture because people miss something they also think there's a lot of soggy vegetables, but nuts just give you that bit of crunch and a bit of a difference in a salad, on top of a curry, all of the stuff that you do as a non-vegan actually.
It's quite satisfying to have that crunch, isn't it? It's same with crisps. I think that's why I'm so addicted to potato crisps, because of that crunch.
I made you a mushroom and ale pie, and I put half walnuts in it. Do you remember that? And you said, "Oh, I never thought of putting walnuts in there."
Yeah, I would never have thought of putting walnuts.
I wasn't sure whether you said that because you thought, "Oh, this is disgusting." My number 9, and I'm going to be really controversial now, but I think Marmite.
Yes. Partly. I'm surprised that's quite low.
Well, it's quite high, really. It was just the first one I thought of. There's lots of others. I mean, vegetables, for example. They should be kind of in that list. But anyway, Marmite. Because it's got your B12 in it. Everyone talks about B12 and everyone pesters you about B12.
Yeah. And by the way, incidentally, B12 is something that meat eaters lack in their diets too. And they are deficient in B12. Yeah. So it's not just vegans.
And I take a supplement and I don't care about that either. And
I just thought I'd get that one in.
Do it.
Yeah, I've done it.
It was actually on the BBC News, wasn't it? B12.
Wasn't it?
Marmite, partly because it's the B12 issue, but secondly because I put a spoon of it in gravies, in stews and stuff, and it gives it a nice colour, and it gives it that sort of, I think it's
umami.
An umami.
Yeah.
You love saying the word.
I do love saying that word.
It's got nice umami.
It's the way your mouth shapes when you say.
I prefer it umami. I prefer the umami.
I crave that umami taste.
Yeah, because basically anyone wants a range of flavours, and that's one of them. And just because you're vegan doesn't mean to say you just eat mashed up vegetables all the time. But Marmite is a really good ingredient, and people who hate Marmite never notice that it's in gravy I make or in stews, where they go, "Oh, this is really nice," and it gives it a richness. So I think a big jar of Marmite or any type of yeast extract, because I know that there's own brand stuff as well, which is just as good, or Vegemite.
Do you want to do the accent or not?
No, I'm not going to do that because it'll just offend everyone. Everyone will go, "That's not an Australian accent." We should do top 10 accents by Phil.
We should.
Anyway, we've gone off piece, haven't we?
Okay, number 8 is Nori.
Nori?
Nori?
Is that your Australian friend?
I'm going
Nori?
up at the end. Nori?
Hey Nori, are you coming out to play?
Nori is, you can buy it in strips, which you use for sushi.
Yeah.
Seaweed, basically, and you can use it as sprinkles. Yeah, I put it on salad. Nice. It's amazing.
That's a nice idea. Never bought that. Where'd you get it from?
And it's also, what's the vitamin that some vegans lack that you get from seafood?
I can think about it for ages. No, you can overdub it. You can say vitamin. Only half a glass of red wine. What vitamins are
you can get them in a lot of...
It's all about me.
But you can get them in, I think, Waitrose, some of them more...
Can you get them in Tesco's and all that lot, or not?
Unlikely.
You
can get Nori sheets sometimes in Tesco's.
I challenge anyone to go into a Tesco store and say to somebody working there, do you have any Nori sheets, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because most, when you ask for stuff, people just go, no, don't let me have.
Yeah, tumbleweed moment.
Yeah, tumbleweed moment. So
are you a big fishy vegan though? I mean, by that...
I'm dreadfully embarrassed.
I never used to be, but it's more recently I've become a fishy
vegan?
Well, there's a fish sauce as well, which is vegan, which is really good.
What's in it, Nori?
I don't really know, but I guess it's got seaweed in there, yeah.
I've come across Nori when it's in the Unity Diner, and they have it on their fish. So it's sort of plastered on one side of their soy-made fish-like.
Oh, right, yeah, because you get that in tofu fish and chips, don't you?
Yeah,
you get tofu that's wrapped in the
so
seaweed.
It looks a bit like skin.
Yeah, I think it adds to it.
And it's got that sort of seaside flavour that we all love. 7 beans. Of all kinds. I don't talk about baked beans. So beans of all kinds, and try new ones. And we've got a great shop near here that, some of these Turkish run shops, and they have an amazing array of beans. And so aduki beans, black beans, borlotti beans,
broad beans,
all of those things.
Haricot beans,
cannellini beans. But try them all, and some of them are good for some things, and some of them are good for others. Beans are essential, and you can make a 5-bean chili, for example, where you can put 7 beans in it if you want, and they provide you protein. And also things like cannellini beans, you can make baked beans out of them. We were discussing this earlier. You can make your own baked beans, which are delish, but also you can sieve them off and sprinkle a load on a salad. And people think, beans on a salad, that's a bit weird. And it doesn't have to be a bean salad. It just has to be a salad with some beans on it, and it's bloody delicious.
And I think it depends on the dressing that you use as well, because beans on a salad, if you just had those on their own, that wouldn't be very nice. But if you had a nice dressing to go with it...
You would be surprised.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. Actually, the flavour in a cannellini bean, for example, on a salad is great.
Yeah.
And I made prawnless cocktail for my Christmas Day.
Oh my God, that's a blast from the past. My mum and my sister were obsessed by prawn cocktails.
Prawn cocktails.
It's a real 70s thing, isn't it?
And it's very easy. And that includes beans, cannellini beans, and tiny little bits of cauliflower florets. And you put those in the sauce, which you can make with vegan mayonnaise and stuff. And the texture is really lovely. So beans are essential because you can use them for all sorts of things. I'm getting overexcited again. I've even got butter beans, and I've mashed them up, and I've shaped them into what looks like a chicken breast, and then you can fry that. You put herbs and stuff in it, and you can fry it like a chicken breast, and it looks the same shape. So if you've got a partner who's not vegan, then you can have something that's similar to a chicken breast next to you. And I tell you what, just try all this stuff out.
Oh my God, you're so brilliant. You're so creative with the food.
That's how I went. When I went vegan, I wanted to veganise things that I liked.
Yeah.
And so I didn't feel like I was eating just a pile of salad or a pile of boiled vegetables. And so people would look and go, oh, that looks quite nice. That's what I wanted people.
And do you know what? That's what I love about veganism, because it really makes you open your mind a bit more when you cook. Because every day I go into the kitchen and I think, what am I going to have? And I never know. And I'm not as creative as you. I'd like to be, but sometimes I just get a bit lazy with food. But
we all do. But
I tend to stick to the same things. It's like I do. And might be something for another video.
Everyone does that.
But I do something that's really easy, which is I steam kale for 10 minutes in a tablespoon of garlic oil.
Yeah.
And this is low FODMAP as well. This is why I've been doing it. And
low FOMO.
Whilst that's steaming for 10 minutes, I'll boil the rice, so I have some white rice. And then once the kale is done, I add some tin pineapple. I mean, you can use fresh pineapple, but I use tin because it's quicker. Tin pineapple, and then a tablespoon
it's all about speed with you, isn't
it? It is, yeah. Peanut butter. And then some, what's the peppery sauce called? The tiny red jar? Tabasco. Add a few drops of Tabasco.
Yeah.
And you when you stir it all in, the peanut butter melts. So it's almost like a satay sauce. So you've got all your essentials for a meal. I'm going off piste, I know.
Have we done beans in this? Is there beans in this recipe?
There isn't, but it just reminded me of it. I'm just going to cut all that shit.
You can actually say number 6 is kale. There you go. What's number 6, Phil?
Kale.
Kale?
Kale?
But there's an amazing recipe that I do that she's really quick and easy.
Rewind.
Nice bit of greenery for your iron and all that.
Oh, I love greens. Do you like greens?
Oh my God, I love greens. Anything green, soup, anything that's green, I love it.
So good for you.
Amazing.
And what vitamin is it? Is it folic acid?
Vitamin. You can overdub it. I'm doing that so you can overdub it. Should I do a few at different angles?
This bottle of wine was a really bad idea.
In at number 5 has to be... God. No, done.
We're only halfway through.
Oh, number 5 for me is soy sauce. Now that sounds weird, because
it doesn't at all.
Because so what, soy sauce? But when you're roasting a tofu, it all looks a bit pale, and soy is brilliant for that umami flavour that we're talking about.
And colour.
Vavu flavour. It also colours things like tofu. So yesterday I made a stir fry, and the what essentially makes it go that luscious, lovely colour is the glossy and brown and lovely.
That was a bit of a steptoe moment.
Harold, where's the towel?
Nice bit of veganuary gurning there. Vergurning. Vergurning, there we go. Go into new phrase.
That was so much fun editing this video.
Vergurning.
Number 4 is tempeh. Something I never used to really like or care for.
I've had tempeh, I'm not that bothered by it.
Have you tried sauteing it with ginger and soy sauce?
No.
With ginger.
It's a good protein sauce.
Great.
And you normally buy it in packets. I think it's 180 grams, can't remember, but again, details down below.
Should we do that dubbing thing? You can buy in packets of grams.
It's about that big, and it's a square. And you cut it into strips, and then you can saute it or steam it. A marinade, soy sauce,
what were
ginger.
You gonna suggest? Soy sauce, ginger.
A little bit of maybe olive oil or sesame oil.
That's it.
Yeah, it depends what flavour you want, what flavour
So it's like a
recipe.
stir fry type thing.
Yeah, you can put it in. You can cut it into cubes and have it as like a sprinkle for something on a salad, or I'm just making this up now.
As a sprinkle.
But it's a protein sauce. Yeah, you can put it in a pie.
That's what I did with it. I chopped
Wrap it in phyllo.
Yeah, I just put it in with mushrooms and it made a mushroom and ale and tempeh pie. That's what I did with it, and that was quite nice.
Going back
a
to
lot of people
again.
can't tell the difference between bloody lamb and beef when they eat meat.
Yeah.
And they go, oh no, where's the flavour?
Yeah.
And chicken's tasteless, basically, often. So you add things to it. So it's being vegan is no different to tofu or tempeh.
Absolutely.
Or seitan. Same thing.
It's all about the flavourings.
It is all about the flavourings.
Yeah. So number 3, nutritional yeast. I did actually think this could be perhaps the number 1, because I think it's something that vegans use in pretty much everything, because you can use it in everything. Do you know what I even do? I have a piece of toast. I do. It's like fish food though, isn't it? It looks like fish food.
It does. That's why. Go.
But I put it on toast.
Just on toast.
Oh my god! It's like Marmite on toast. I love, but this is something different because it blends with the vegan butter. Oh, it's so good. But I put it in everything.
So do I.
Yeah.
On my scrambled tofu, in stews, in tomato sauces.
Yeah.
And it's not just because, that's what vegans do. It actually gives it a really nice flavour and it thickens sauces.
And it's nutritious.
And people say...
I'll say that again when I haven't had a glass of wine.
It's nutritious, apparently. Before I was vegan, someone said, have you tried nutritional yeast? And it sounded like something scraped off genitalia. That sounds disgusting. And my friend Tallulah Soup, and Tallulah was a secret vegan for ages, and she goes, I just don't, I'm dairy free. But actually she's vegan, and she just puts it on everything, and she's a bit like you, she would literally spoon it out of the thing, I think.
Yeah, I love it.
And it is it's a great thing.
And it's nutritious.
Don't be put off by the...
I still can't say it.
Number 2, I'm going to go with something similar to the nutritional yeast, which I also put in absolutely everything, which is vegan bouillon, which sounds like somewhere you go on holiday in the south of France. I'm off to Bouillon for summer. Anyway, I'm not. It sounds very bourgeois, but you can get it in Holland and Barrett.
Yeah. Okay, so we've had a bottle of wine, and we can't remember what number we've got to.
Oh, I think it's number 2, and can we say it's wine? But make sure it's vegan wine. Oh, do you want
Well, I would if I had some.
I think vegan wine is an essential because you've got to drink it while you're thinking about what you're going to make for dinner.
Yes.
With your new vegan ingredients, which is the top 10.
I would never think about wine. That's a funny old thing, isn't it?
Well, that can be like number 2A, because I think 2's got to be vegetables.
Oh no, we don't need any more numbers.
Number
I
one?
think it's a joint decision, isn't it?
No, we haven't actually said tofu, you know.
We haven't, and I think it is number 1, isn't it?
But people hate tofu.
I don't think they do.
No, people think they hate tofu.
Yeah, well said. Because I think it's all to do with the what?
It's to do with the day of the week, the weather. It's all about the marinade and about how you deal with it and how you cook it.
Yeah, I would agree. How do you cook yours?
I used to hate tofu and I never ate it. I thought, that's disgusting, because I had some horrible silken one in a burger once.
Oh,
and I bit into
silken.
it and it slipped out the burger. Oh. Fell like a turd on the plate. And it was just, that was it, it put me off. But then I found the brand Tofu.
Oh yeah, they're the best.
FOO.
Yeah.
And it's a solid tofu that you can do so much with.
And I know you bought the Tofuture press.
I did, and I've used that recently.
Which hopefully is not redundant now you're a fan of tofu.
No.
Tofu, they almost kind of squeeze all the water out, don't they?
So Tofu, try that brand.
Yeah,
it's
so
much
good.
better.
Yeah.
And the other one is the cauldron one, which I put in the tofu press.
That's my second favourite because if I can find tofu, usually Co-op that do those. Or Waitrose.
That's it. Just try them all out, but apart from silken tofu, which is horrible. It's like snot, it's disgusting. Also, think about infusing it with herbs and put garlic bits in it and stuff like that.
Well, I was just going to say
ginger.
your Christmas dinner, your tofu roast, was really garlicky. I mean, I literally could not talk to anyone for 2 weeks because every time I opened my mouth, it would be...
Hi, I'm and I smell of garlic. Coming in at number 1 is amazing old tofu. A lot of people think they hate it, but give it a bash.
Yeah.
And then once you've cooked it in a nice way and found the right kind of tofu, then you won't look back.
It's a vegan essential.
That's our top 10.
Yeah, our top 10.
Yes. Anyway, see you at the next one, because this has taken us about half an hour now.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for watching.
In fact, I've got to go too.
Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our other videos for Veganuary. We'll link to them up there. Bye, Vin.
Click the nip.
Click the nip.